They brought troops and volunteers into Hobart Island for humanitarian relief. Let volunteers find the bodies that are about to decompose, then bury them. The heroine Lisa is also one of the volunteers, and she has her own private purpose for coming here. Just a month ago, her husband came to the island for work reasons. She wants to find a husband. To be precise, I want to find my husband's body. But she learned from the soldiers' mouths. The southern part of the island where my husband lives is actually off limits, because the central city of the island is still burning, blocking the road to the south. Just then, Lisa asked about a rumor she heard. The military officer announced the truth of the recent rumors in front of everyone. That means these rumors are true. Bodies that have been dead for many days. Miraculously, he stood up again. But he just stood up. It doesn't mean they are truly resurrected, and only a small part of them can be revived. Not all corpses. The officer told the volunteers in the audience. Their mission is to collect the corpses of corpses. And when they saw those reanimated corpses, don't be afraid, because they are gentle and non-aggressive. Just light the signal. Call the soldiers to come over and clean up. That's it. Not long after, Lisa went on the road with everyone. Although she can't look for her husband yet, but I still look forward to it. Immediately after they came to the small town, just work in teams of 2, went door to door looking for bodies. The room is dark and depressing. No body was seen either. Wait until they come to the yard. Only then did I meet this family. They were having afternoon tea in the courtyard, now lying neatly on the ground. So they moved the body to the roadside. A truck will come to pick them up later. This is the first time Lisa has seen so many corpses. She stayed on the roadside for a long time before she recovered. Then she and her companion entered another house. The old man died in the living room without any reaction. Even the whales in the fish tank were not spared. They moved the old man's body out. Then came the next one. This is a couple taking a shower. They were already rotting before they finished showing off their affection. The 2 of them collected corpses from house to house. This time they encountered a huge monster. Even if the 2 of them join forces, I can't even lift this giant corpse weighing over 300 kilograms. They had a simple lunch after the break, then continued to work. They came to a clothing store. Just then, the search and rescue personnel on the opposite side lit up signal smoke. A soldier rushed in immediately. Then he shot and killed the resurrected dead, although close here. But Lisa has always been curious about what the resurrected people are like, until they came to the next house. When walking into their garage, she finally saw the legendary resurrected corpse. This is a woman. She stood behind the back rack and kept staring at them, covered in muscle oil and blood-red eyes, although the woman did not move. But there is a feeling that makes people stand upside down with hair on their backs. Away quickly went out to set off smoke bombs and called a soldier. The resurrected woman did not attack her. Instead, he just stood there with his eyes wide open, until the soldiers came and shot her to death, sitting on the lawn looking up at the truck not far away. Bury piles of corpses. She then stood up and returned to the resting camp. Lisa has not given up her plan to find her husband. She even found one on the map, routes available through the city to the southern islands. Unable to sleep, she followed a way out at night to look for, but I didn't expect to be in a private house. Encountered aggressive zombies. Fortunately, this is just a nightmare. Under the gray sky outside the window, helicopter propellers roar, flying towards the ruined city center. Lisa followed Away to a repair shop. There are actually several intact motorcycles here. Away liked it very much after seeing it, but when they opened the curtains inside the house. But I didn't expect that there were a bunch of corpses lying here. It looked like they were having a passionate bachelor party that day. Lisa saw that Away could actually ride a motorcycle, so she wanted to ask Away to do her a favor. Use your motorcycle to transport yourself to the south of the island, so she can go find her husband. What they don't know is, just on the ground not far away, a corpse suddenly opened its eyes. Away readily agreed to Lisa's request, just when Lisa wanted to leave here. But I saw a woman standing there like this. Driven by curiosity, Lisa slowly came closer to observe. I saw that the woman was still standing still, but her mouth is constantly grinding her teeth. It seemed like something was awakening in her heart. So Lisa followed Away and ran out of the repair yard pushing the motorcycle. They started a night's journey. Motorcycle road ruler, although there are many abandoned cars on the road, but there was no one there. The cattle dogs in the roadside farm were all turned into corpses. If it goes well, they might be able to reach the southern part of the island at night. But at this moment, military vehicles suddenly appeared ahead. The 2 of them got out of the car and hid behind the car. Just then, Lisa saw a body standing there on the farm. But what Lisa didn't expect was that this corpse actually moved and strode towards her. Next second, she was shot in the head by the soldiers who came over. After the soldiers drove away, Lisa turned around and looked at her boss, who fell to the ground. But suddenly I saw my husband's face. It turned out that she had been worried that her husband would wake up or have been headshot by the military. Then the two set off again. They approached the burning missing heart, filled with ashes. It's like coming to Silent Hill in a horror movie, basically reaching the point where I can't even see my fingers. Listen to the constant grinding of teeth from the front. After the two got the masks, they drove away directly. Turned out that half of their bosses were chasing them behind them, under the ashes that cover the sky. The two of them drove along on their motorcycles, after they passed through a forest. Finally, we were far away from the center of the smoky explosion. Soon they came to a gas station. There's basically no smoke here anymore. They also took off their masks. Originally, the two of them wanted to relax here. Unexpectedly, a boss walked in outside the door at this time. He slowly approached the two of them. Away persuades his boss to leave, but he didn't expect his boss to reveal his violent tendencies. This is the first time they have seen the resurrected dead feel this terrible emotion. Away even raised his chair to fight back. Just when the boss was about to pounce on them, a bullet hit the boss's head and killed him. It was a soldier with a gun who saved them. But because Lisa broke the rules and came to the south, even if Lisa says she is here to find her husband, she was still locked into a small private room by the soldiers. Because Soldier Hank is interested in Wei's motorcycle, Wei volunteered and said he wanted to take him for 2 laps. Unexpectedly, Lisa waited all afternoon, but Hank was the only one waiting. Hank said that cunning Wei drove away with no excuses. He walked back all afternoon. As Wei left Lisa behind, Lisa, who has nowhere to go, can only follow Hank home. Hank said that although he was an American soldier, but his wife grew up on this island. When the disaster broke out, he happened to go back to his parents' home to visit relatives, but was mercilessly killed by electromagnetic pulse. Here is a little knowledge for everyone. In the film, nuclear magnetic pulse becomes a lethal weapon. Not a fiction. It is based on the real principle of electromagnetic pulse EMP technology. This type of technology has actually been listed as a research and development direction for new military weapons by many countries. Electromagnetic pulses can be generated by nuclear explosions or non-nuclear devices, can instantly release super strong electromagnetic energy, destroy electromagnetic equipment within range. It also affects the human nervous system through electromagnetic radiation. High-intensity nuclear magnetic pulses can even directly destroy the molecular structure of human cells, can cause instantaneous death of organisms. 1960s, when the United States conducted nuclear explosion tests in the Pacific, a strong electromagnetic pulse was accidentally triggered. As a result, all communications equipment in the Hawaiian power system thousands of kilometers away were paralyzed. This is also the first time that humans have witnessed the tremendous power of EMP. The film amplifies this military technology into a lethal weapon. It is consistent with scientific logic. It also coincides with people's real-life concerns about the misuse of new weapons, make doomsday settings more realistic and warning. However, as time goes by, those resurrected corpses also changed from their original calm and motionless state. Gradually, he became more aggressive. So even if Lisa wants to go to the south alone, that's also very dangerous. But Hank said that as long as Lisa promised him one request, he will send her to her destination the next day. However, this request required Lisa to wear his wife's clothes, put on his wife's necklace and ring, then just finish a dance with him. Lisa, after a tough decision, decided to complete this somewhat perverted mission. But because she loves her husband deeply, so I didn't choose to change my ring. In this way, the two of them just danced to the music. Hank wants to have one last dance with his wife, and this dance also reminded Lisa of her husband. Same song, same dance. Now it's a yin and yang. Hank's emotions gradually melted into passionately in love. He knelt on the ground and caressed Lisa's belly, because there are my and my wife's babies there. Just then, the man noticed something was wrong, because Lisa isn't wearing her wife's ring. This gave Hank pause. He wanted Lisa to wear his wife's ring, because a wife without a wedding ring is imperfect. But Lisa seriously refused this unreasonable request, because her ring is the only gift from her husband. This is sacrosanct. So after the two had a quarrel, Lisa ran out of the room. Hank is chasing after him. Lisa escaped to another room. Here she actually saw Hank's wife, who had died long ago. She was lying on the bed with a big belly at this time. Countless candles were lit around. It's as if Hank is waiting for his wife to return again. Think of this. Lisa stands on her head with hair in her mouth. Hank kept banging on the door and yelling outside. Lisa ran out of the room window, rushed into the warehouse in the yard. She groped in the dark warehouse. Then he hid in the corner of the warehouse. Just then, Hank also chased him and walked into the warehouse. But when Hank's flashlight shines into the warehouse, a group of zombies with glowing eyes looked towards him. Lisa was so frightened that she quickly covered her mouth. These zombies were tied up with chains in the warehouse. Apparently this was Hank's doing, and these people are probably his wife's relatives. Looking at Hank, who refuses to leave, there are zombies watching behind you. Lisa concentrated her wits and came up with a way. She took the initiative to stand up. I can't find my flashlight. Did you see it? Hank is not a fool. Of course I know this is just Lisa's plan. He slowly backed away and took Lisa out of the warehouse. Will you? I'll help you dress up. Will you? Of course. Then Hank hugged Lisa lovingly. How much he wanted to hope that the woman in front of him was really his wife. This is my life. What are you doing for? Lisa took out the scissors hidden behind her back, pricked in Hank's neck. Hank fell to the ground bleeding. After being frightened, Lisa didn't stay too long. She took Hank's keys. Then we got in Hank's car. But when Lisa starts the car and turns on the lights, but she saw Hank's wife who was still dead on the bed before. At this moment, he was standing in front of him alive. And Hank thought it was him because of a thought. I can never wait for the moment when they meet. Lisa drives away in the car until the sunshine wakes it up the next morning. The road ahead is blocked by a large truck. Helpless Lisa could only abandon the car, pick up other people's clothes on the roadside and put them on. She plans to walk to the south on 2 legs. There is no one on the road, only cars that occasionally break down and collide. Lisa, who was walking in front, didn't know. At this moment, a person suddenly walked up behind her. A zombie, to be precise. Zombie face with grinding teeth, screaming and rushing towards Lisa. Lisa was so frightened that she dropped her weapon. Take shelter inside the bus. However, this zombie moves quickly. She keeps chasing after her. Lisa almost got caught by her. She knocked out the zombies with a fire extinguisher. Just when she thought it was finally over, the 4th brother suddenly screamed again. After killing the 4th brother, Lisa started to travel alone again. She found a station wagon. She removed the body from the station wagon. Then she moved her body down. And I plan to spend the night there tonight. This originally happy family of 4. Now we are all together properly. Just when Lisa was almost asleep, suddenly there was a body outside the car. Woke up. Lisa heard the sound and opened the car door to observe. But I saw that the father of a family of 4 had woken up. And now she is actually digging a hole with a shovel. She saw someone turn around behind her. Glanced at Lisa. I started digging holes by myself again. Lisa looked at this incredible scene. I glanced at the other 3 corpses behind me. Then he also joined the ranks of digging holes. She not only helped the man dig holes, and he also pushed the corpses in. Finally, the man also stood in the pothole. Lisa knew she had to fulfill her wish, so he hit the man on the head with a shovel. Send her on her way, then bury the soil. Let her reunite with her wife and children. Turns out that the corpse wakes up. It's because she is obsessed. There is still unfinished business to be done in this world. Thinking about all this, Lisa finally arrived at the hotel where her husband lived. She opens the door. What comes into view is a group of believers kneeling in the hall. They knelt neatly. He died in an upright manner. Lisa looks dangerous standing in front of her boss. Actually, it's not safe at all. I don't know if I was bitten by such a boss. Will you infect your boss with the virus? Soon Lisa finally found her husband's room. She opened the door and walked in, seeing my husband dead on the floor next to the bed. Hi babe. The corpse has already turned black and smelly, but she showed no sign of waking up. Lisa looked at the 2 wine glasses in the room, and one of them also has a red lip mark. She seemed to have thought of something. Sure enough, she found a woman's work badge on the chair. Then I saw the paper my husband had taken off in the toilet. It turns out that the principle I have always adhered to. It has long since ceased to exist with my husband. Looking at my husband who has already died before me. Woman trying to wake her up. She wanted to hear her voice one last time. Say goodbye to each other when we meet again. However, her husband was lying on the ground motionless. Maybe it's because she has no unfulfilled wishes in this world. No strong obsession. Seeing that the result is actually like this, Lisa, who lowered her head and cried, gave up. She took off her wedding ring and put it on the counter. Just treat it as the final farewell. At this time, Away, whom he hadn't seen for many days, actually came here. Seeing that Away still has a conscience, I ran away and was still worried about Lisa. Away carried her husband's body to the beach and put it in the boat. They were lit on fire and pushed into the sea for burial. At this moment, Lisa's wish finally came true. Just when she and Away were driving back on the spacious road, a figure actually blocked the front of their car. And this person is actually Hank's resurrected wife. Lisa looked at the woman in front of her and found it interesting and unusual. So I got out of the car and came to the front. I saw blood stains on the woman's lower skirt at this time. And the flat belly doesn't look like she's pregnant. But where did the child in her belly go? I saw the female boss slowly turned around and planned to leave. At this moment, Lisa suddenly heard a baby crying. so she quickly ran towards the place where the crying came from. The sound came from a ruined hut on the farm. Wait until Lisa comes to the cabin. I actually saw a newly born baby crying. She didn't dare to be confident about the resurrected female boss. I really gave birth to a complete and healthy child. This horrific electronic pulse killed everyone, but only a small life was left. This is a different kind of boss movie. There aren't too many thriller elements here. There aren't many scary scenes either. But what she wanted to express was something deeper. Discuss the true meaning of life and the meaning of human existence. This film breaks away from the bloody routine of traditional boss films, with Hobart Island as the background, using resurrected corpses to outline the core of obsession and loss. Lisa embarks on a dangerous journey to find her husband. On the way, the soul of the dead wanders due to obsession. Hank is trapped by his obsession with his dead wife. The resurrected father insists on digging holes for his family. The aggression towards even the boss stems from the unfulfilled